Hello everybody, welcome back to Chart Striker. This is your host Dana, and I'm back for another weekly candle close stream. So let's get straight into it, right? I was having a look at basic attention token, but we're gonna start with Bitcoin as usual. All right, so we got our weekly candle close, right? Here it is. Things are not looking so good for the bulls at the moment, right? But they're looking awesome for the bears, okay? So last time I did tell you guys that any close below this level right here, I think it was 28.3 area, then it's bombs away, right? So we fell down, we fall all the way down to major support levels, one that we bounced off last time. We are holding at the moment. Like, I'm not gonna be very shocked, like if we can see at some point of time, like if we see it come back and retest 26,650 ish, wouldn't be that surprising. It would be good if we can get back above this level, right here, 26.8 ish. But until that happens, yeah, it is like whatever. Looking at the weekly, the larger time frames, bears are definitely in control. Okay, definitely in control. It doesn't mean we can't see some sort of a bounce on the shorter time frames, but looking at the larger time frames, as you can see, this is one strong bearish candle, right? Thing is, we are developing some sort of a nice divergence, meaning positive divergence, right? And on top of that, look at the candle, match it up with the volume, and we got some nice divergence going on. So this week, this is what I'm gonna leave you with. If Bitcoin can survive to hold, okay, to hold, like, wouldn't be mad if it comes back and retests these levels, okay, all the way to 24.5, fine. But it bounces off this area, okay? Either we see some sideways action at this level, or it bounces, it has a strong bounce, bounces off these levels, and forms some type of positive divergence. That would be a good thing. That would be a good thing, like looking at, the midterm especially, it wouldn't be a bad thing if that happens. Now, if we see a weekly candle close, okay, especially below 24.5, because we are very close to it right now, right? We're around 26,000. So we're talking about $1,500 more or less, right? So if we see a weekly candle close below this area, guys, will not be shocking at all if we see around 22.5 to 21.8. It will not be shocking if that happens. Just putting it out there, right? So yeah, weekly is looking a bit damaged. We can have a look at the 5 days. 5 days, we also have some positive divergence. Look, on the weekly, for the positive divergence to be respected, like to hold and to keep on developing, we can't see a close below 25,780-ish, okay? Or let's just say 25.8. A close below 25.8, not good for that, positive scenario we're talking about, right? On the 5 day, any close below $25,000, that positive divergence that's trying to build is also gonna become invalid, okay? It's trying to build, like, it's not finished yet, so this is gonna take time, okay? On the 4 day, things are looking horrible, looking at the Eastern, really. But also on this one, like, there is some type of divergence that is trying to develop, okay? But any 4 day close below 25,665-ish or 60-ish, forget about the positive divergence that can, develop on this one as well, okay? Let's have a look at the 3 day. 3 day also, there is some sort of, positive divergence trying to develop on this one as well. But any close below 25,000 also, it means more pressure to the downside, okay? today's, I mean, okay, now we're seeing volume, you know, matching up with the price action, which is not necessarily a good thing. But anyways, today's, there's also some positive divergence. Look, there's positive divergence all across different time frames, but it is at critical levels, meaning if this, you know, those time frames I just discussed, if we see any close below, you know, certain levels, then you know what's gonna happen, like what's most likely to happen. Like, it's not a guarantee, but what's most likely to happen, right? So that's what's going on with that so far. And at last, the daily. Also on this one, we do have some positive divergence as long as we do not see a daily candle close below 25,000. Okay, so now most of the time frames, you know, do agree on which, you know, level needs to hold, you know, when we're looking at different time frames, right? So we'll see if that level of interest, if there's demand there, if it's you know, keeps on holding. We'll see, because we've tested it what, once, almost one more time here. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if we, you know, retested one more time at some point. But because right now at the moment we're in a downtrend, just going sideways, but I don't see anything else in the bigger picture. Like yeah, we're also leaning towards a downtrend more than anything else, right? Yeah, we had this, you know, nice, you know, push to the upside, but that's about that for now. Another thing, I think I forgot to let the Discord community know that I'm live. Damn, gotta do that soon. Hold on though. So if you look at it from this side, and we've had, like, you know, a few touches, like one there, another one there, another one there, right? If you look at it from this side, so this weekly, what's about to happen, you know, this week is gonna be important. Like, by the looks of things though, if you think about it, even though we are at support, you know, and so on and so forth, looks like most likely that this could break to the downside, right? We are holding right now. We will see what happens, but just saying, like, looks like we could, you know, come down. Question is how it's gonna close at the end. Is it gonna close with some sort of a wick, like a push, because there's demand around these levels, or is it just gonna fail and just roll over on, you know, on everybody and just, you know, continue the way it wants to continue, right? So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Hold on, let me just share this with the community, because yeah, next we're gonna be having a look at Ethereum and Cardano and so on and so forth. Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum, right? So we've gone through different time frames. We've gone through like different scenarios for Bitcoin, right? Now let's discuss Ethereum. I think on the last stream I did say levels of interest would be, you know, on the loss, in the loss of 1,600-ish, you know, somewhere around these levels. But we touched, critical areas. I don't see anything telling me that the bears are tired. Looking at the weekly, let's have a look if there's any, nice divergence that we can, pinpoint. Nope, there's literally nothing on the weekly, okay? Like, unlike Bitcoins, on the weekly, on Ethereum, I do not see anything implying that the bears are tired, okay? All the way here, we do have some support. Howley, welcome. Glad you made it. Like, I almost forgot to let everybody know on Discord, like managing, a lot of things at the same time. So it is a bit stressful sometimes. Plus, I was late. Was watching a movie, The Laundromat or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, we were watching a movie with some friends. Anyways, yeah, so we had a push. We held at critical areas, right? I think I gotta bring my bottle of water. Hold on, guys, just a moment. And back. Okay. So yeah, we kind of held, critical areas meaning, this level. This was an important level that I used to speak a lot about, before we broke to the upside, because we were stuck around these levels. For those of you who were watching then, we're stuck around these levels. And then, I was talking about, if we see a close above this area and whatnot, on a weekly, then there is a good chance that we, come back and test the top of the channel. So this is some major critical area, like looking at the candles and so on and so forth. You really can't tell that it is resistance or support or so on and so forth, because it's just, chopping some candles and whatnot. But it is like, it's probably more telling when we zoom in the lower time frames, I think. But anyways, it held for now, but I think we can easily retest it one more time. And if this breaks, guys, like if this level breaks somewhere between 1545 1000, 480-ish, we do have some support. If this fails to hold, like all the way 1000, all the way down to $1,400-ish, loss of $1,400, $1,300, not gonna be that surprising. But if this manages to hold, okay, we come back, we come down a bit lower, it manages to hold, we see some type of, positive divergence. Okay, fine, then we could see something different. But at the moment, I can only be betting on the bears, especially looking at the weekly. But I love to give it 24 to 48 hours just to see how it's gonna mature, because it's just beginning. The weekly is just beginning, right? So I'd love to give it some time to just let it mature, to get a feel for the direction a bit more, right? Okay, what else on the daily, like RSI? Looking at RSI, the last time it was this low was in June 2022. So it's been a while. It's been a good while, right? I do see some nice divergence that's developing on the daily. Okay, so now let's separate the two time frames, right? Weekly, not looking that good for the bulls, for the bears a bit better probably. But on the daily, there is some type of nice divergence showing, and it is gonna keep on showing. And we do have some type of support right around this level. I mean, it is the support that held last time, here as well. So as long as we do not see a close below $1,640, just like I said, short-term bounce on Bitcoin possible, short-term bounce on Ethereum possible also. Our first resistance would be around 1,743-ish, and the next one would be, right, below this or around these areas, right? 1,820-ish. Okay, so that is Ethereum. I think we can move on. I'm not gonna put a lot of time on the shorter time frames since it's the weekly close. It's the weekly close. So yeah, not looking that delicious for the bulls looking at this. Let's see now. Yeah, hold up. Let me bring the other chart forward. The one where... Hold on. Yep, I think I found it. Okay, hold on. So this chart right here, this one, yeah, so that 50% history didn't repeat itself. It broke down. Like the moment it broke down below this level, it was bye-bye Bitcoin, right? So we came back down all the way to that, you know, prior around summer, you know, we bounced off summer around that prior support area, if you think about it. Okay, if you think about it. So yep, history failed to repeat itself, so we did fall down. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's completely done yet. Like it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I do see those, you know, dojis here and there, but it really doesn't look like it's done. Hold on. Open. Howley, how's trading been doing lately? We had such a an interesting discussion about leverage last time. Yep, like people would probably get bored, super bored, had we discussed it live. But it's important things. Where the heck is it? Yeah, we will see. We'll see on Bitcoin. I was gonna find a chart that I was working on, but I can't find it. I got too many pictures. I gotta organize a bit. But yeah, we'll see. Bitcoin, we'll see. We will definitely see. Short-term bounce wouldn't be surprising, you know, from here. Like I do see some neutrality going on. Plus, look at the RSI. Like it's not been this low since June of 2022. So significant, yeah, it is. Okay, let's move on with Cardano. Cardano, for now, it bounced off support, so okay, that's not bad. Cardano has some strong support around these levels. And can't hate this candle that much. MACD is still bearish though. Negative momentum on the oscillators as well. Let's see what else. Five-day Cardano. Yeah, there are signs of some positive divergence on Cardano on the 5-day. Okay. Four days, same thing. Okay, look. 5 days. If we see a close below this level right here, 0.26, that positive divergence that's, trying to develop, forget about it. Like, okay, now that I'm thinking, if Bitcoin sees a short-term bounce, it could take many others with it, meaning Ethereum and so on and so forth. But they're still looking kind of crappy looking at the weekly, okay, for now. But we'll see what happens on by Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see what's happened by then. But weekly is looking bad. But shorter time frames, yeah, I wouldn't be that surprised if we see some type of bounce, from these levels, some short-term type of bounce. Okay, on the 4-day, positive divergence. As long as it's above 0.265, still positive divergence. Daily, also showing the same thing. Also on the daily, we do have some positive divergence. First resistance for Cardano is around 0.28-ish. Okay, 0.277 to 0.28-ish. Second one is around 0.29, all the way up here. And that is it. Finito. So we're done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. Awesome. H bar. Weekly is still telling us there is, like, if we can at least see a daily candle close, above this level, like, there is a chance that this could have a good time. But weekly is kind of telling us that bears are kind of pressuring the bulls again. We're back below this trend line, right? If we can get above it, good, by the time this weekly candle closes. If not, then it's so and so. Our size above neutral, that's a good thing. Volume is, volume kind of came back, but that's because of that news that was going on probably. MACD is still bullish, which is good. Let's see. Daily not looking that good. Daily's not looking that good. Yeah, MACD is still bullish. RSI still above, neutral. But kind of looks like, bulls are losing steam. Right? Bulls look like they're losing steam. And this is on the daily. So yeah, it might fail, to close above this trend line this week as well, just get pressured. Yeah, like oscillators are still positive. Everything is positive with the oscillators, but I don't know. It doesn't. It feels like it's forced in some ways. So yeah, short-term bounce possible, but looking at the weekly, the daily, like I can't, give it more than that. There is no positive divergence on the 4-hourly, on the daily. There is really none yet. So yeah, I'd probably just let this one be. Our first resistance on the 4-hourly, though, that we can discuss. Yeah, short term it's looking, you know, a bit better. And I'm talking about the hourly and so on and so forth. Daily and weekly, not gonna say much. We'll see what happens. But yeah, first resistance right here. And then we have another one right here. And we're good to go. So if we see any hourly candle close above this area right here, there's a decent chance we can go a bit higher to 0.065. We do have some sort of a resistance around 0.065, but major one on the 4 hour leads all the way up here. That is around, yeah, literally the same. Let's just say 0.065, okay? Not that big of a difference. So yeah, that's H bar. Let's see if there's anything else. It's up, what, almost 4% on a new day. Let's see, what else? What else? We're done with Bitcoin. ETH, Cardano, H bar. Let's have a look at BNB, XRP as well, and XLM too. Why not? Okay, BNB. Were we not discussing, you know, this type of scenario was possible? Like, look, it's this crappy bear flag like kind of channel that we had here. The moment it broke down below it was like goodbye. Like, this one has been so weak. Like, it went from the bulls trying to do something. Well, they did all the way up here. They came all the way up here. Then it just failed after that. So yeah, this is not looking that good, right? Now we are at critical areas. Hence, we're just, you know, going sideways right around that level. Let's see. On the weekly. I'm not gonna sit down and go like, oh, this is looking awesome. It's really not looking that good. Let's see if there's any positive divergence, maybe, like, because oscillators are pretty much still negative. RSI is below neutral. MACD is bearish, negative momentum on the oscillators. But if this weekly candle, or, you know, if we manage not to see any weekly candle close below this red line, you know, this red line, literally, okay, then we could see a positive divergence develop. We could, okay? But any weekly candle close below this area, forget about it. And then, yeah, like when I was talking about it's possible that we could see, you know, below $200. Now it's more possible than what it was a month ago when I was talking about, you know, that scenario. So now it's even more likely to happen. So yeah, we'll have to give it time and just, you know, see what happens and let it do its thing, right? Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI, like, there's really not much to discuss when it comes to the RSI either. There is some sort of a positive divergence, and I can imagine if, you know, this short-term bounce, which Bitcoin and many other alts, you know, are kind of showing small signs of, small signs of that, they like there could be a, short-term bounce. This one could also, see a short-term bounce, at least to $230. $235, somewhere around these levels, somewhere around this area right here. If I just do this, literally around that level, okay? So yeah, that is a BNB. We're just gonna let it be. BNB, let it be, and move on. Yeah, well, for the daily. On the 4-hourly, we need to see, let's see now. On the 4-hourly, we need to see a close above $220 for this to reach that, 230-ish, 37-ish, somewhere around that level, okay? That's it. That's BNB. We do have, some positive divergence, by the way, on BNB. Not positive divergence, excuse me. Negative divergence on BNB was positive MACD, but that's about it. Yep. All this FUD is slowly getting to BNB. Like, it's crazy. The more time passes, the more it's looking uglier and uglier and uglier. Like, it's, yep. All right, we're done with BNB as well. Let's have a look at the XRP. What did we say last time? Below this level, bear still in control. Above this level being the white trend line, right? Above this area, bears have a better chance. Problem is, we were, below this level, like we failed to see an actual close and some follow through, above it, right? On the weekly, pretty much the same. We closed below this area. It was so close, but we did close below this area, and then, we pushed back down. We bounced off, support areas. If you look at this all the way here, this, all support areas. Funny enough, the weekly came all the way down there, that level. Weekly is, well, this one I'd definitely give a bit time, because it looks like it wants to come down and retest, these lows at least for now. Of course, if we see any weekly candle close below, let's say 0.46-ish, there's a decent chance that we can go a bit lower. But right now, it looks like I said, to the community, a few days ago, 60 days of volatility happened in literally 1 hour last, the past, before yesterday or something like that. It happened in 1 hour. So even this one, it didn't waste a lot of time to come back and retest, critical areas. Now, if we see any close below this level, yes, there is a chance that we can go even lower. But we're holding above support. We're holding right around support at the moment, which is not a bad thing. Doesn't mean that bears are looking like they're done. It definitely does not look like that. Plus another thing. The MACD just went bearish on the weekly, okay? This is our first negative momentum on the weekly. Of course, it can turn back green, but notice this. First weekly bearish MACD, right? It's been a while. It's been a while we had that. Yeah, the last time was... Look at this. The last time it was bearish, or it went bearish, was, around these dates. 2021, November. So now it's bearish again, okay? So this is not something little. And what happened then? when it had that, bearish, crossover. It was around these areas. Nice pullback, right? Now, I'm not saying we're gonna get, this sort of a pullback, this much, but just saying that, yeah, this is, it's not a little thing. Like, unless something happens and it cracks and snaps back up, something to take note of, right? Okay, let's have a look at the 5-day. Bearish MACD. We got some nice divergence going on. It's gonna keep on trying to develop until we see a close below 0.465-ish areas. Okay, any close below that level, yeah, then we forget about it. We do have some strong, support around this, the 5-day as well. Some strong support around 0.43-ish or 0.42-ish. Let's have a look at the daily. Daily also, we do have some positive divergence, developing at the moment. MACD is bearish. RSI is below neutral. Short-term bounce could take us all the way up to 0.59-ish. Like at best, 0.62. On the 4-hourly, we're already showing signs of negative divergence. Pretty much the same, when it comes to the oscillators right here. Like, it's positive on the lower time frames at least. Positive, MACD, positive momentum on the oscillators, but there is some negative divergence that is developing, okay? So on the 4-hourly, we need to see a close above at least 0.57-ish for this to continue to that 0.59, 0.62 level, okay? Yeah, any close above 0.62 for hourly candle close above that area. Next, resistance would be around 0.66-ish. Yeah, there's not much holding us until that level. So any close below above 0.6, for those who are a bit conservative, 0.64 is better. Any close above that level, next resistance is all the way up, around 0.66 to 0.68-ish. So that's Ripple. It was a beautiful ride. It was a beautiful ride with Ripple as well. Hit resistance, pulled back. Yeah. We're already, talking about Ripple when it was around these levels. And it was going up slowly. I think it was here. Hold on. Let me see where it was. Excuse me. Around these areas. I was talking about how forced this was looking. Like the move to the upside was looking forced, and then we got rejected again. And then after that, we broke first, critical areas. And then we broke the second one. And then since then, we've just been going down. So weekly, I cannot say that I see a lot of signs that the bears are tired yet when it comes to Ripple. Okay, so that was Ripple. We're done with Ripple as well. Let's have a look at its cousin, Stellar. Let's see now. Yeah, Stellar, it looks like there was weakness, unfortunately. Like we had a nice push, but then we pulled back down. Now we are still above critical areas, okay? Any weekly candle close below this level, 0.11, then there is a very nice chance that we can come all the way down to 0.07-ish, 0.08-ish levels. Very possible if that happens. But at the moment, we're still holding. Weekly MACD is still positive, fine. Positive momentum on the oscillators as well. Let's have a look at the daily. Daily, we do have some, positive divergence that's developing on Stellar, and it's Yes, it's gonna be there as long as we do not see a close below 0.095-ish. Any close below 0.095-ish, that nice divergence that's trying to develop on stellar is gonna be invalid. Now on the daily, our first resistances are on this level. Hold on. First resistance right here. Okay, cool. What else? Let's try to find 4-hourly resistance. 4-hourly resistance just got hit recently. It's right here. It's where we're being rejected at the moment. Okay, literally. Our first support on the 4-hourly time frame is actually all the way, around these levels, 0.12-ish. If we see any 4-hourly candle close below this area, yes, we could pull down a bit more to 0.11, areas, very possible. But yeah, we do have some sort of support around this 0.12-ish level, okay? Let's see what else. We got some negative. Look, there is a higher chance that we pull back down right now from this area. At least there's a nice chance that we pull back down on the daily. There's a nice chance that we can go all the way up here. So meaning in other words, like, yeah, we could pull back down a little bit, hit these levels and then maybe see a pullback. But we'll see what happens. It could happen in different what do you call it, steps, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the way that I spoke about it, just spoke of, but you get the point. So yeah, that's stellar lumens. Like, I don't think there's anything else to add that's super duper important at the moment. Yeah, I think that's it. That is about it. All right, so to summarize, 4-hourly, as long as Bitcoin manages to hold above 25,885, okay, it's fine. Any close below that level, yes, much higher, that we can retest, all the way down to 25,000 to 24.5, very possible. But if it holds this level and we can see a close above, let's say this, hold on the hourly, if you can see a close above 26,245-ish, then there's a nice chance. Okay, let's just say 26,300, then there's a nice chance that we can go all the way up to 26.7-ish, 26.8-ish. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you for all the love, the likes, the contributions and whatnot. And yeah, if you're not on Discord already, well, you're missing a lot of action. And yeah, we do have a Patreon class coming up this week for those who want to join. We are going to be discussing a lot of things when it comes to the Easterns, and powerful candlesticks and stuff like that. Just alpha stuff, right? So yeah, if you want to join, link is below. And yeah, keep on hitting that like, smashing that like button and sharing, and hit that bell. And take care, trade safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Much love. Good night.